Now, success happens when you really know what you want. At least this is according to our next guest. And The Power of How Much You Want It, which also happens to be the title of his first book. Local author Ronny Flores joins us this morning to give us a little more insight into his motivational book, which, ladies and gentlemen, I have right here in my hands. I'm going to read it before the end of the, well, it's a couple more days, beginning of the year. We're going to read this book, The Power of How Much You Want It. Tell me, I want it. How does this help me? First of all, buenos días.
Buenos días. Gracias por la invitación. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely, Ronny. You're a motivational speaker and now a motivational author. What made you write about this, and kind of what was the impetus of this book?
Well, it was the same effect that motivation had in me. I spent a few years reading the same materials, and I got to a point where I felt the energy and the enthusiasm, and I wanted to share with others that same enthusiasm.
Yeah. Now, you wrote this book in both English and Spanish, right?
Both, yes.
Both languages. What is your background?
Come from Guatemala.
Yes?
Yes.
And you've been in this country for many years, because as long as you can remember?
Something like that, yes.
So the reason why I bring it up is because I've seen interviews of you in Spanish, and you seem to inspire Latinos as well to do well, and that's another kind of another career path. But for those who just want to know what really drives success, you give some very, very poignant advice here.
Well, the power of how much you want it means that you need to know what you want in life. It's very important to have a definite objective, to be clear on what you want. And then also, through motivation, to fill yourself with desire, an intense desire to get what you want in life.
Now, I also know that you said that you're an example of this, right? Yes. You're a living example. Tell me a little bit more about why you say that.
Well, for years, lived a life of, well, first I come from a humble background back in Guatemala. And for years, I lived a life of lack of purpose, lack of direction here, even in the United States. And I owe my passion now to motivational materials books, and it is because it's when you learn that in us is found so much potential. There's so much that each person can accomplish in life, and it is when you understand that by putting the time and the dedication to your self-improvement is when you reach higher grounds.
So who should read this? Who is the, your target segment to read this book, The Power of How Much You Want It? Like that plug? You like that plug?
Yes, I love it. Well, from a young person who, like I found myself many years ago without a sense of direction in life, someone who maybe has abandoned their studies, get back to business, learn something, take your life to a different level, to a grown person with an interest in growing, finding better purpose and more enthusiasm, and live more healthy.
And what does, quickly, when the waiting seconds, what does Ronny Flores do during the day when he's not writing a book?
Well, I have a day job, which I don't want to talk about right now, but my main interest is for anyone who feels like there is a lack of opportunity in life, or at least in this country. There is not. Opportunities are tied strictly to what we have to offer, what we can offer. And so get busy reading. And
The Power of How Much You Want It by Ronny R. Flores. Thank you for coming by, Ronny.
Thank you.
All right, and good luck.